All right, let's do it. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all know what we're talking about today, man. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all know what it's about. I have to be honest. At this point in time, I don't see the difference. I'm satire a bit with what I'm saying, but the difference between Trump and a rapper, Pooh Shiesty, in negotiation, yeah, that doesn't seem to be that far. They don't seem to be that far apart. Unfortunately, Shiesty and Trump seem to see negotiations almost through the same lens in some, especially maybe not as much in the Iran situation, but when it comes to the Venezuela situation, in the kidnapping kick in, they seem to be on the same page. I gotta be honest with you. Some of y'all might not be aware of Pooh Shiesty and what he did. Just go look at it, okay? Look at what he thinks a negotiation works out to be, and what Trump seems to think a negotiation works out to be. At this point in time, I think the necessity to embarrass somebody into negotiation, or embarrass or almost shame someone into doing it your way or seeing it your way or giving you what you want. You know what I mean? It's one thing to embarrass a man or a country into giving you what you want. It's another thing to shame them, to humble them into it. Not everything's going to be even. Not everything's going to. Listen, if both sides are happy, if any side's truly happy, then the balance of that negotiation usually does. Usually, both sides walk away dissatisfied to a degree. Those tend to be negotiations at work. My way or the highway. I'm telling you now, that my way or the highway stuff. I mean, especially once you shame a country, or you humble or you disrespect someone into giving you what you want, it's never over. You can never relax or believe that you two have an agreement that's long lasting or has the correct balance in it for y'all to stay in an agreement and work together. And one thing he seems to do, and in this negotiation, I don't know what we're really truly hearing on the other side, but from what we're hearing on this side, it just seems to be, completely humiliating, embarrassing. A country that's already, has struggles and is working to get their people in a better place. Whether they're telling us that the people don't believe the government looks out for them like that, and vice versa. And listen, on their side, what can we do to make all of that work? There isn't much we can do to make all of that work. But we're coming to an agreement that doesn't involve just the straight, I'm going to spit in your mouth and you're going to swallow it type of approach. It just seems like that's what we're coming with. And I don't know if ever there's any stability in that. Like, if you do that to someone, they're never done fighting. They might tell you they're done. They might say, okay, you got it. But it's the moment you turn your back and think that you can just walk around without, it's never over. It's never over. You have to leave people with some granular of respect and, manhood in the situation, for lack of a better term, in the situation in order to keep the balance of what you're looking for. If what you're going to do is just completely shame them, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I just think at this point in time, the arrogance seems to be coming from our country, not necessarily the people of us, but that seems to be coming to our country toward them. I don't know how we're going to end up in a situation that doesn't seem to cost a lot of lives. And at this point in time, that's what I want most. I don't want people's children, and that's what they are when you're talking about people in their 20s. For me, up even till 35, you're talking about children. These are children going over there and losing their lives. I think that's really wrong. And you know, why I bring the Pooh Shiesty thing into it is, you know, this gangster rap, well, I don't want to call him that, this rapper who didn't like his contract, decides, oh, I don't like my contract, let's have a meeting. Just like, something like, let's meet and have a talk about this. And when the guy shows up to have a meeting, Gucci, he decides to kidnap him, rob him for all his possessions, and then put a contract in front of him and force him to sign it. Now, during the process of him having him sign the paper, Gucci does state to him, hey, let me help you out. This don't work like this. That's not how this works. I can sign this paper, but you're not getting what you're looking for. He ain't care. Sign the paper, you MF this, you all of that. And that, so now, the indictment comes down, him and all his co-conspirators are in it. Everybody with him was on an ankle monitor, including him, which makes it 38 special. That's all I can tell you. That's just 38 special. Today we're going with my brother-in-law bought these. I figure I'll try another one. I'm beating down the old fashioned for a little bit, so I figure I'll try something a little bit off my usual path. We see how this go. Let's see how this went. Oh, that's smooth. Yeah, that's real smooth. So, I mean, at this point in time, we're watching this play out and seeing a young man that just went into this completely. I don't know if he was in complete street rap mode in his head and was like, hey, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna be Big Red and I'm gonna tell him, hey, you're gonna sign me, you're gonna release me for this contract. And that's like, it doesn't go like that. It goes through attorneys, it goes through witnesses, it goes through a lot of people in order to do that. But him on his ankle monitor with his and one of the people, including his father on ankle monitor, went to basically a corporate meeting of the music industry and decided they were going to kidnap and rob everybody in the room and force him to sign his release. And now they're all indicted, they're all in jail, and the streets are saying that Gucci, because he signed a statement in this, he's not street. Oh, that's not the street code. Listen. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to introduce the truth. Come, young boys, come sit around the table. Let Unc tell you something, okay? That's over with. Stop it. Cut it out. It's over, all right? This pledge your life to the streets. Streets ain't never loved or gave no love to nobody. I do understand the ideal that if you are into the streets and you doing the street thing, right? That there's a bit of a code. We handle it between us, okay? We are talking about, this is corporate America. This ain't the streets. That's number one. We're in corporate America now. This is not the street. This is a corporation. We're talking about millions of dollars. Millions. We're talking about a lot of money, okay? So this is street. No. Y'all might be making street music, but you're not doing street business. That's not what's going on. We are not doing street business, okay? Now when you have attorneys and this, we're not doing street business, okay? So this idea that he has any obligation to the streets is absolutely, totally, and completely, utterly ridiculous, all right? The second thing is also, let me tell you something. Once these brothers like myself, when we start to get to the 40s and the 50s, and that 15-year sentence and that 20-year sentence for street stuff starts sounding like life, it's done. It's done. And how am I obligated to now put myself at risk of going to jail for the rest of my life because of nonsense you did? Since when does that make sense? You did this. You bust this move. I came to sit down and have a conversation. We could talk it out and work it out. You decided to go left with it. So now what I'm supposed to do is expose myself? Because here, let me say it to you like this. What I might do because of what you did to me might put me in jail for the rest of my life. You understand what I'm saying? So based on that, oh yeah. 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 He was wearing the blue, him. Right, yeah, right there. That's him. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's, I'm telling you right now, listen, I'm not just going to jail for the rest of my life because you're stupid. Because you decided you wanted to do something and now you want to proclaim, oh, we're supposed to keep it in the street. No, you want to keep it in the street because you want an opportunity. That's what you want. And you want me to have to expose myself to going to jail for the rest of my life because of the nonsense you did. Man, listen, I want to be the first. I don't want nothing to happen that I had to do that. But I'm telling you right now, I make it official. If I'm on the stand, excuse me, Mr. Gordon, do you see the person who did? Hell, he right there. He's in the front with the shackles on and in the orange jumpsuit. Him right there. He did it. You did it. That's what I demand. Listen, I'm not throwing it away. I got Christmases I'm trying to spend with my family. I got time I'm trying to spend with my wife. I'm trying to enjoy my life. I'm not throwing it away for a code that doesn't exist. How did it work out? How Sammy the Bull do it? Okay? How did he do it? How did all the other mobsters do it? That kind of came up with this No. Do they do it like that? You see, you don't hear about them talking about this no more because they took their enterprise and just went up to corporate America with it. And what they do instead of, it's the streets, what they do is set you up. Send somebody to you. You know what I'm saying. They'll set you up. They'll set you up in a situation and then come to you with pictures and go, oh, you see when you did this? Yeah. So I suggest you do this and that or you're going to have a problem. That's what they started doing. This idea of, oh yeah, no, the street, man, Savage did say he was the streets is dead. It's over with. Okay? When we first started this hip hop thing, yeah, that's what we were. It wasn't as big as it now. This industry is the biggest industry in music. We're not the little ones on the block like we used to be. This hip hop thing, this rap thing, this music thing, it's very big. It's not what it was in the 80s. It's not what it was even in the 90s. It's bigger than all of that. So with that, we must grow, okay? Put your hands on me, and I don't get you when you do it, and the cops get involved, I'm telling. I'm telling him right there, he did it. And if you don't want that kind of smoke, then don't try. Don't try me. Don't try me. Don't bother me. Or why we ain't one bit. I'm not doing 3 hots in the car because you stupid. You kidding me? Nah. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's not how negotiations work, Shiesty. You and Trump seem to get into these negotiations, and y'all have an idea of like it's either your way or it's total submission. That's not how it works. And the idea that for Shiesty's half that somebody is supposed to now, in order to get back what they lost, have to go street side. Street side means now I can go to jail. Gucci he got out not too long ago. He was in, not trying to go back. This is absolutely ridiculous to even think that over what you did, I now need to expose myself to that. Nah, it's not how it works. It's not how it's working. You want to handle it that way. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some things you can do. Well, yeah, I could possibly be definitely willing to go beyond the lengths of them. Now, don't get me wrong. You can go too far. And if you do go too far, then we got to do too far things. But that's not too far. Nah. You can go deal with the nonsense you did. And then I'm going to go spend Christmas and Thanksgiving and the holidays with my family and keep living in luxury. I'm not doing it. So, young boys, streets is dead. It's over. Don't work like that no more. Nobody does that. Yeah, matter of fact, you're outdating yourself with that. Now, don't get me wrong. Should everybody be running around here, just telling on everybody? No. But when it comes to a certain situation, and in order for me to get back adequate compensation or the right to means now I have to expose myself to going to jail for the rest of my life. Nah, champ. You're going up. That's it. You're going up. Ain't nothing to talk about. You definitely going up. There's nothing to talk about. We got nothing to discuss. And now Trump's also saying like now he wants to shut down the Strait of Hormuz for everybody. You know what I mean? Okay, if I can't go, nobody can go. It's like you know when you were to play basketball, right? And you go to bat, you get a foul, and no, I ain't foul you. And then the guy's like, well, if I don't get my foul, ain't nobody playing. He throw the ball over the fence, or it's his ball, he's taking it, he leaving. You know, that's kind of what this sounds like. It's my problem with that is it seems to get a lot more people involved. That's what bothers me about Trump making that move. That seems to get a lot more people involved. That seems to sound as if the other countries that they were going to allow to go through there are now going to be confronted. Now we're confronting these other countries. Now we're going to confront China for trying to come through there. We're going to confront Russia for trying to come through there. This seems like the perfect recipe to make this situation a lot bigger than it is. I mean, a lot bigger than it was. It's already a big, bad situation. But I think when you start poking the bear on these other, obviously this ain't going as smooth as we thought anyway. NATO's not going as smooth as we thought anyway. And then now we're going to keep running our mouths and now involve other countries that are trying to come through there that are like, y'all, that's y'all thing. They said we can come through, we don't go on there. No, you not. Oh, I can't come through here too? Oh, really? Oh, you think so, huh, buddy? That's how that goes. That's how that goes. So that's why I have I'm not too happy about the way that that's going to go. That sounds like a real live hand grenade right there. I think more people being involved in the decision-making process of this is necessary. I think like Senate and I think the House, I think we need more of a coalition on the decision-making of how this is really supposed to play out, because it seems he has the idea of my way or the highway, and you're gonna do it exactly the way I tell you to do it, or I'm gonna do this to you. There are people that you can do that to. There are countries you can do that to. You could probably debo the shit out of Iran. Okay. But you're never done watching your back. It's never safe. It's never going to be okay. And you're always going to be watching your back when it comes to them. I just think that's the wrong way to do this. I think we definitely have to find a bit more diplomatic way to handle this situation. Yeah, Jermaine, these are smooth, man. These are real smooth. So, just in case we're not 100% clear, young boys, PSA, streets is dead. It's over with. It's done. Finito. You know, Shiesty wasn't the first person to get a bad contract. I mean, the Locke's bad contract with Diddy went on for a whole lot longer than this, for what he's going through. Like the people who had bad contracts and had things not go their way and had to suffer through it in order to come out the back end another way. A lot of people out there. So for him to think, I mean, it's just the asinine. First he's on the ankle monitor. Those ankle monitors have speakers on them too. Can't they just turn the speaker on the ankle monitor and hear where you're at, what's going on? We'll see. They can GPS to see where you're at. But can't they just hear what's going on around you? I've known somebody who was on the ankle monitor, and we were sitting there talking, and from out of nowhere, it's like, "Hello, Derek, Derek, where are you?" I was like, "Oh." So I just think this is a lesson. It's a lesson to a lot of young people. And I also say that to say this, like even with the Kendrick Lamar Drake situation. That's why they're like, "Oh no, that's not street. That's not how hip hop was built." We passed that, bro. We passed that. Once you go and this man is worth billions. Drake is worth billions of dollars. And you start calling him certain things just because it sounds good in the song or was a good rap angle in the song to defame his character because you wanted to win. That you can't do that. You can't do that. We're past that. That's not a lane you can. No, we were rap battling. Nah. You could rap battle and spend the whole song telling the world how magnificent you are, and they're not. The personal implication, especially one that includes that idea involving young people. I'm just say it like that. That to me, that's a bridge too far. Now you want to say this, and once you start involving that idea, I'm not even going to say what the idea is. Once you start involving that idea, you've to me, you've gone outside the bounds. Especially when we're dealing with corporate America. I mean, all these guys have sponsorships, they got corporate, neither one of these guys is small enough where that's permissible. Now, you want to be on URL and you guys want to throw crazy stuff at each other. I mean, half the time they say the most outlandish thing to each other, way beyond this. And then after it's over, they tapping each other, shaking hands, going outside. Oh, that was good, and laughing about it. This ain't that. This ain't that. You do what he did is too far. It's too far. Well, hip hop has graduated. It's 50 whatever years old. You know what I mean? So to say we haven't graduated from that lower ideology of thinking, the streets, we're going to stay here? No. The whole thing was to grow. Oh, we want to be respected and to grow. Well, part of growing is us also understanding that thinking we deal with everything on a street level is dumb. It's old. It don't work. It's over with. If you truly desire to stay on that street level, it's not hard. There's other things you could be doing besides becoming part of corporate America with the music. It was one thing when you were selling it out your trunk, yeah, you could stay in the street. But once it starts getting scans and it starts going to corporate America, he said, no, we're not there anymore. It's over. I'm beating a dead horse on this, but the annoyance. I had a cousin of mine. He put up a picture of Gucci with 6'9" hairstyle. I was lit. So I called him up. I was like, what's going on with this? But he said, no, I'm on Gucci's side. I just thought the picture was funny. I was like, oh, okay. All right. I thought me and him had to have a long talk. But nah, he understood. Because I didn't want him walking around thinking that way of thinking was okay. He ain't no young boy like that, you know. I mean, Marcus probably in his 30s, 40s possibly. But yeah, so I'm proud of that. I'm proud he wasn't thinking crazy. So we're gonna see. So, and Gucci, take the stand. Point like him, yeah. That guy right there, yeah, him right there. He did it. He did it. I got you. I got you. Not a problem. You're not wrong. Because even Joe Budden said it. If you wanted it on that level, you should have known. Oh no, we on that level now. Oh, not the booby trap. I mean, if you want a certain stylistic way of handling things, then you can come with the okay. Let's sit down and have this corporate meeting and figure out where we're gonna go from here, and then come with the booby trap. Nah, man. Nah. You want to handle it from there? Let them know that's where you want to handle it from. You feel me? All right. So for me and you, I need Pooh Shiesty and Donald Trump to work on their negotiation skills. Okay? I don't like the way you guys negotiate. It's not how you do it. You don't either kidnap them or disrespect them and spit in their mouth and tell them to swallow it as a form of negotiation. That's not negotiating. That's looking for trouble. There's a difference between negotiating and looking for trouble. All right. This was a good one, y'all. I'm finish. This is cool. I hope it ain't. I hope this ain't a booby trap. I hope I don't club me over the head like a harp seal or something. Oh, that's pretty good. But And finish off this cigar. It was good hanging out with y'all, man. All right. Later, man.